know exactly how you feel right now. You have done everything you were supposed to do. You followed the rules. You were nice. You tried to be positive. Maybe you even have the life on paper, the job, the car, the relationship. But when you are alone, driving home in silence, or staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., you feel it. A hollowness in your chest, a quiet rage that you can't explain. And when you try to talk about it, what does the world tell you? Just be grateful. Look at the bright side. Good vibes only. They are lying to you, and deep down, you know it. That is why the gratitude journals aren't working. That is why the meditation feels like a chore. Because you are not broken. You are sedated. Think about it. Why does society want you to be so calm? Because a happy man is a harmless man. If you are content in a cage, you will never try to break the bars. If you are at peace with being average, you will never threaten the people on top. Positivity is not a virtue, it is a leash. It is a chemical weapon designed to keep you docile. Biologically, happiness is just a signal to rest. It tells your brain, the hunt is over, you can sleep now. But look at your life. Is the hunt over? If you are broke, if you are invisible, or if you are successful but you feel dead inside, then the last thing you need right now is inner peace. Peace is for the man who has already won the war. You are still in the trenches. You don't need a sedative. You need a stimulant. They told you that your anger, your envy, and your chip on your shoulder are toxic. They told you to kill your demons. But what if they are wrong? What if those demons are the only thing keeping you alive? You possess a source of power that they are terrified of. They want you to suppress it. In the next few minutes, I am going to show you how to unleash it. It's time to stop being positive. It's time to wake up. Let's talk about physics. To move an object, whether it is a car, a rocket, or your life, you need energy. In the world of psychology, there are two types of fuel. The first type is solar power. This is what the self-help gurus sell you. Solar power is inspiration. It is gratitude. It is listening to a podcast and feeling pumped up. Solar power is clean. It feels good. It makes for a nice Instagram caption. But it has a fatal flaw. It only works when the sun is shining. Think about your own life. Think about the last time you started a project. You were excited. You were inspired. But what happened 3 weeks later? What happened when the clouds rolled in? When you were tired? When you didn't see immediate results? The sun went down. The solar panels turned off. And you stopped moving. This is why gyms are empty in February. Everyone ran out of sunlight, and they had no backup generator. The second type of fuel is nuclear power. This is the energy you have been told to suppress. It is your insecurity. It is your spite. It is the crushing fear of being average. Nuclear power is dirty. It is volatile. It emits radiation, but it burns hot in the dark. It doesn't care if you feel like it. A nuclear reactor generates massive, violent, consistent energy. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Look at the men you actually admire. Do you think Michael Jordan won 6 rings because he practiced mindfulness? No. He was fueled by a pathological need to destroy anyone who disrespected him. He didn't let go of the pain. He metabolized it. Steve Jobs wasn't driven by joy. He was driven by a terrifying need for control and perfection. They were not running on sunlight. They were running on plutonium. If you are trying to escape gravity, if you are trying to break out of poverty or obscurity, solar power is not enough. You cannot love yourself out of a hole. You have to hate the hole. You need the pressure. You need the heat of looking at your bank account and feeling physically sick. You need the memory of every person who bet against you. So here is the truth. Inspiration is for amateurs. Obsession is for professionals. Stop waiting for a sunny day. Build the reactor and feel that molten energy coursing through your veins. Let's talk about the feeling that keeps you awake at night. Insecurity. Maybe it's the fear that you aren't smart enough. Maybe it's the feeling that you are a fraud in the boardroom. Maybe it's just a quiet voice whispering that you are falling behind. Society tells you that this is a mental health issue. They tell you to look in the mirror and repeat affirmations. I am enough. I am perfect just the way I am. This is a lie. And deep down, you know it's a lie. That is why the affirmations feel hollow. Insecurity is not a disorder. It is a radar system. Imagine you are driving a car and the check engine light comes on. Do you pull over, put a piece of black tape over the light, and keep driving? Of course not. That would destroy the car. But that is exactly what self-love teaches you to do. It teaches you to cover up the warning signal with delusional positivity. Here is the brutal truth. If you feel insecure about your money, it is usually because your financial foundation is shaky. If you feel insecure about your body, it is usually because you are weak. If you feel insecure about your leadership, it is usually because you are avoiding hard conversations. The sensor is working perfectly. The pain you feel is simply the gap. It is the distance between where you are and where your potential knows you should be. Every time you feel small, your radar is pointing to the exact skill, the exact muscle, or the exact dollar amount you need to acquire. So don't try to heal your insecurity. Listen to it. It is data. It is coordinates. If you feel small, don't try to trick your brain into feeling big. Actually get big. Build the business. Lift the weight. Have the difficult conversation. The goal is not to love yourself regardless of your flaws. The goal is to build a version of yourself that is undeniably worth loving. Insecurity is the only honest friend you have left. It is the only voice in your head that refuses to settle for mediocrity. Stop trying to silence it. Let it scream. And then turn that scream into your next move. There is a specific phrase that has built more empires than I have a dream. That phrase is, I'll show them. Let's talk about the art of spite. Society tells you to forgive and forget. They tell you that holding on to grudges is toxic. But if you look at the highest performers in history, you see a different pattern. Look at Michael Jordan. When he gave his Hall of Fame speech, the absolute pinnacle of his career, did he talk about peace and love? No. He spent 20 minutes roasting the high school coach who cut him from the varsity team. He didn't just remember it, he relived it. He remembered the exact look on the coach's face. He remembered the sting of walking down the hallway while the other kids celebrated. He took that pain, crystallized it, and used it to win 6 rings. Why? Because Jordan understood that a chip on your shoulder is a battery. Passion is fickle. Passion fades when you are tired. But spite? Spite is eternal. When you want to quit at mile 10, the memory of the person who said you would fail kicks in like a turbocharger. Now, let me be clear. This isn't about being toxic. This is about thermodynamics. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be converted. If you suppress your anger, it becomes depression. If you channel your anger, it becomes drive. So, weaponize your history. Think about the teacher who laughed at your dream. Think about the ex who looked at you with pity. Do not forgive them yet. Write their names down. Keep a blacklist in your mind. Every rep in the gym is a message to them. Every dollar you make is a receipt. And if you don't have any enemies, invent them. Create a shadow competitor. Imagine there is a guy exactly your age, with exactly your skills, who is working 20% harder than you right now. He doesn't sleep in. He doesn't make excuses. He is coming for your spot. The goal is to create a war in your mind, because nothing focuses a man like a common enemy. But be careful, spite is a powerful starter motor. It wakes you up. But there is a biological force waiting to shut you back down. A chemical designed to kill your drive the moment you get a little bit of success. We need to talk about the danger of comfort. If you are waiting to feel good before you start working, you are fighting against millions of years of evolution. Here is the cold, hard science. Your brain does not care about your success. Your brain cares about your survival, and to your primal brain, survival means conserving energy. Let's look at the chemistry. When you achieve a goal, when you eat a meal, have sex, or even just get a like on Instagram, your brain releases chemicals like serotonin and oxytocin. We call these happiness. But in evolutionary terms, these chemicals are an off switch. Think about it. You write one email. You feel good. You sit back on the couch and open TikTok. In that moment, your brain thinks you have won. It thinks the hunt is over. It tells your body, mission accomplished, save energy, sleep. This is the trap. You are a lion. When a lion is hungry, it is alert. It is dangerous. It is a machine of destruction. But the moment it eats, it becomes happy. It sleeps for 20 hours. Contentment is the killer of drive. In the modern world, you are surrounded by fake meat, cheap food, video games, porn, social media. You are constantly triggering the mission accomplished signal without actually accomplishing the mission. You are a lion sleeping in a zoo, dreaming that you are a king, but really, you are just a prisoner. Ask yourself this: when was the last time being comfortable actually made you rich? When was the last time feeling safe made you strong? Never. You have to override your own biology. You have to realize that contentment is the waiting room for death. The moment you say, "I have done enough," you begin to rot. Nature only respects growth. Everything that stops growing dies. Do not seek satisfaction. Seek hunger. Stay dangerous, but be warned. Now that you have rejected comfort and you have ignited the reactor, you have a new problem. You are holding a massive amount of volatile energy. If you don't learn how to channel it, it won't just fuel you, it will destroy you. I need to give you a warning. What I have given you in this video is dangerous. Nuclear energy can power a city, or it can destroy it. It depends entirely on containment. If you take your anger and you lash out at your family, or you punch a wall, or you scream at traffic, you are just a child throwing a tantrum. You are leaking your energy. You are wasting the fuel. The goal is not to explode outward, it is to implode inward. This is what the alchemists called transmutation. It is the art of taking a base metal like rage and turning it into gold. When you feel that burning in your chest, do not let it escape through your mouth. Shut your mouth. Do not release the pressure valve. Let the pressure build. Let it get uncomfortable. And then force that massive pressure into the piston of your work. If you are angry at your boss, don't yell at him. Work so hard that one day you can buy his company. If you are angry at your ex, don't text her. Build a body and a life that makes you undeniable. But listen closely. This isn't about petty revenge. It isn't about them at all. It is about self-mastery. It is about becoming so powerful that their doubt becomes irrelevant. Be a nuclear reactor, not a bomb. A bomb releases all its energy in 1 second and destroys everything around it. A reactor releases its energy slowly, over decades, and powers an empire. The verdict: stop chasing happiness. Happiness is the prize at the finish line. It is not the vehicle that gets you there. Right now, you are in the middle of the race. Pause. Look at the road ahead. You don't need peace. You need pace. You don't need to be positive. You need to be effective. So, the next time you feel angry, insecure, or jealous, do not suppress it. Do not apologize for it. Say thank you, because you just got a full tank of gas. Now, go drive the car. Feel the engine roar. Feel the tires grip the road. And don't look back.